What's up, YouTube? Hey, listen, follow up. Somebody requested a follow-up video, which I'm doing right now. Specifically talking about my journey at UPS. It is 9 in the morning. I've been up since 8. Been up for the past hour. I'm off today, obviously. It's Saturday, and I need the rest because I'm working 2 jobs. And so the first job is my main source of income. It pays pretty good. It doesn't pay great, but it pays pretty good. I'm getting, full-time work Monday through Friday as a fabricator. I fabricate custom shower doors that we ship all over, and locally and over to Hawaii. So that we have 2 basic teams for that company. One is the domestic side, or the local side. The other one is the Hawaii side. I'm on the Hawaii side. I'm on that team. We built shipping crates made of wood that are huge, and I build those, and I inspect the glass that's already been tempered. It's all tempered glass in a furnace, and then we inspect it, ship it up, pack it up, and it's glass, so you want to make sure it's packed up so that it doesn't break. And it's very important. So the main thing with that is, that's my main job. Do that all day. Show up to work at 7 o'clock in the morning, get my coffee going. I need some now. I'm all tired. You can probably see it in my face. So work from 7 a.m. until about 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. Get off work, shoot over to UPS, and the start times vary. The earliest we have to be there is 5 p.m. and the latest we usually have to be there is 6:15 p.m. and they send you the schedule every week. The supervisor will text you the schedule week by week. So you will get a text message on your phone and or an email if you prefer that, but generally speaking, it's a text message with a picture of the Monday through Friday start times and the expected time of the end of the sort. So I'm an unloader. There's loaders, there's unloaders, there's people who handle bulk packages only. That's their specialty, is dealing with the bulk side, like the oversized packages that are either too big or heavy. There's other supervisors will handle all the hazardous materials. You will get hazardous material training, especially if you're an unloader like me, because you're going to receive hazardous materials, which is anything that's chemicals, sometimes explosives. It could be as innocent as what you think is bleach. That's a chemical. So anyways, so the bottom line is, you get your schedule week by week. Okay, yesterday was the end of my 3rd week, Friday, which was yesterday. Today's Saturday. So I've done 3 weeks, completed 3 weeks so far. Your first week is all training, hazardous materials training, unloading training, training on loading, how to build a wall, how to properly build a wall, how to work safely, how to lift with your legs. You watch a lot of videos, you take a lot of little written exams, and then you tour the facility. You don't know exactly where you're going to work, but they'll tell you, because they go by the needs of the hub you're at. UPS calls their warehouses hubs. Like they're all over Southern California, so I'm in La Mirada at that hub. It's a cool hub. The shift I work is called Twilight. The hours are typically 5:30 to 10:30, and it varies, like I said. Like Monday, we usually show up at 5. After that, we show up a little later. We'll get there at 5:15 or 5:30 or 5:45 or 6 o'clock on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, because the sorts start off heaviest on Monday is your heavy day. Tuesday is kind of heavy. Wednesday is a little lighter. Thursday is a little bit lighter than that. Friday is pretty much a lighter day. Like, for instance, yesterday was Friday. Supervisor was like, we're overstaffed, we have a lot of people, and we don't have a lot of trucks to unload today in comparison to the rest of the week. So who wants to go home a little earlier? I was like, hello. So I volunteered for that. And, because it was like all week long working 2 jobs, I was like, let me go. So you get little stuff like that. The first week, for pay wise, okay, the first week you're gonna get a hard check. Like, here's a check from UPS, cash that check, deposit that check, whatever you're gonna do. By that, after that first week of your first orientation and training and all that, you're gonna have either one of two options after that. You're not gonna get any more hard checks. You're gonna either have already signed up for direct deposit on your hub or your UPS portal, which is, as an employee, you have an employee ID number or an employee number. You can log on your UPS portal, set up your direct deposit on your own. You can set up direct deposit on your own. And when you set up direct deposit on your own, you just need the routing number. That's all you need to your checking account or savings account, whatever you're going to have your check rolled over to. When you do that, from that moment moving forward, all your paychecks will be deposited into your bank, checking or savings. So that's one of the options. If you don't do direct deposit, what you will end up doing is receiving an ADP card, which is issued by UPS, and it's basically like a debit card from UPS. It works just like any other Visa. And all your weekly deposits will be made on this ADP debit card. You can use it online to buy stuff. You can withdraw money at ATMs. You can use it to pay for your gas at the gas stations. You can shop on Amazon with it. It's a Visa debit card, just like anything else, but it's just through this company called ADP, which UPS uses. And if you don't, it's more convenient. Instead of them issuing out a whole bunch of hard checks, you know, printed checks, they just put it on the card, and you can get your money. Or you can, anytime you feel like it, switch to direct deposit, which I recommend because it's your bank, your credit union, and then you have tracking abilities better. I mean, it's just better. But you could track all your bank statements. All your pay statements, your pay stubs online through your UPS portal as an employee. So every time you get paid, you can check how many hours you got documented, what you earned. You can track your sick time. You can track your vacation time. You can track all your paycheck stubs for your IRS if you want to print that out for your IRS stuff or whatever. Or you can just see how much you made in a year or whatever. Okay, so week 3. So, okay, after week 1, you get trained. And they show you everything you got to be shown, and they send you out there. Week 2, you're working, you wear a blue vest. It says inside only because you're trained to work inside only, because there's people trained to work outside, but they don't wear a blue vest. They wear a different color vest. And if you want to work out there, after 71 days, you can train to do that, because how it works is you kind of get 2 probations. Your first 30 days is like a miniature probation period, which means, can this person work safely? Can this person work without injuring himself or others? Can this person show up to work on time? Can this person be reliable to come to work every day without being called or doesn't call in sick? Or can this person handle this? That's really what that first 30 days is. It's kind of a proving grounds for them and for you. It's like saying UPS is not for everyone. It's kind of difficult. Can you handle this? Those first 30 days determine that. And that's how they have it set up. So each week you get evaluated by a supervisor, a training supervisor, not your direct supervisor. The training supervisor is going to come by every week, Thursday or Friday, and say, this is what your progress is like. So and it's out of 100%. So I got an 85 overall percent, which is good. That's like a B plus or A minus, however you want to put it. Meaning, he's like, you work safely, that's big. You're here on time every day, that's big. You're always here, you never missed a day, that's big. Your attendance is huge. So I have that because I have 100% perfect attendance in my first 3 weeks. I'm always on time, and I've never called off, even though a lot of guys did because they're sore. It hurts. But I just suffered through it, and I'm there every day. They also grade you on your technique of how you lift the packages so they can see, oh yeah, this person is lifting in a manner that's safe, so that we don't project that they're going to ever get hurt in the future. They don't want you to get hurt. It doesn't benefit them for you to get hurt. You'll be out of work, and now they got to hire somebody else. So they don't want you to get hurt. It's not that they love you and they care about you and you're the best person on the planet. They just have a business to run, and it's better if the employees are all healthy. The business works better if you have a bunch of healthy, strong people who aren't injured all the time. They don't get any problems. You don't get any problems. So they evaluate you on that. Hey, is this person lifting the packages the way we taught them to lift the packages? Opposite corners, lifting with your legs, facing the conveyor system at a 45-degree angle so that you can easily maneuver package to the belt. Package to the belt, not twisting your body and torso all the way this way, all the way that way, all the way this way, all the way that way. That's not safe. You can strain yourself, and then you'll be out of work. You don't want that. All right, so that came my second week. I got evaluated, told me my packages per hour, which was like 750 to 800 packages per hour. They have a target goal of 1,000, but they're like, most people don't hit that target goal until they've been with the company for like 3-4 months. He goes, most new guys and girls are always going to be in the 300 to 400 package range at first, because you're getting used to it. So for me to be in the 750 range on my second week, that's good. Then my third week, which is this week, the belts were stopping. The belts, they have, this is a new facility. It's only about a year old. They built it 2 years ago, opened it, and then closed it down because stuff was so brand new. They had to redo a lot of stuff. So this hub literally has only been open for 1 year, so that's good for me, because that means the seniority of my seniority is going to be able to go up quicker, because there's not a lot of people in front of me, and that's a beautiful thing. So, because you guys know my goal is to be a UPS package driver. I'm a UPS package handler trying to become a UPS package driver, but you got to pay your dues. You got to kind of be a grunt and work in that hard environment before you can drive. Drivers get paid really well. The package drivers, right now, I think they top off at $39 an hour. If you become what's called a cover driver, which is you cover people's routes while they're on vacation, that pays $27 an hour, and you'll work for 3-4 weeks while this guy's on vacation, and then you go back to the warehouse, into the hub, unloading or loading or whatever you're doing, sorting, whatever your job is. And then they'll periodically call you up. After you have to get trained. The driver's training takes about 2 weeks or something like that. After you're certified to drive, you'll then be eligible to cover drivers' routes who are on vacation. So they're going to periodically come to you and say, hey, approach you and say, hey, in my case, say, for instance, hey, Brian, would you like to cover a route? This guy's on vacation. You can cover his routes 2 weeks long. Oh, yeah. And for those 2 weeks, you'll get $27 an hour. When the 2 weeks are done and he's back from work, from vacation, you go back to the hub. You go back to whatever pay rate that you were at, which UPS pays you a raise every year, which is $1 a year. So if you're $14.50 is the starting pay right now, you'll get $1 more every year, $1 more every year, $1 more every year. So if you're a package handler, you've been there 3 years, $14.50, $17.50 an hour, and then you go drive, it's $27 an hour, and then you go back to $17.50 an hour, working 4 or 5 hours. But when you're driving, you're working 10, 11 hours. Eventually, you'll get a permanent route, which I don't know how long it takes to get a permanent route, but probably about a year maybe. And then when you get your permanent route, they're gonna like, hey, we got an opening in Victorville, or we have an opening in such and such. I suggest you take it. One of the drivers I was talking to said, just whatever they offer you, take it. Even if you got to drive 45 minutes or an hour or 2 hours in traffic, take it. Because the next opening might not be for another year. So take it. And then you're going to be making the premium rate, which whatever that is, like $30 an hour. And then you get raises up until maximum rate, which is $39 an hour. Then they have these other drivers called feeder drivers. You'll see them on the road. They drive 18-wheelers and the big rigs and larger vehicles than the small brown package trucks that look like SWAT trucks with brown paint. The small package trucks are your package drivers, delivery drivers, local. You know, they drop 220 stops in a day on the average. That's not even talking about the holidays. But the feeder drivers will say, pick up their big trailer, the 18-wheelers, and they'll drive to Vegas and back, or to Tennessee and back. And how that works is they get a premium. They're making like $44, $45 an hour. But when you're a feeder driver, you just go one big long haul somewhere, drop off the trailer, and then drive that front cab part back here to the United States, back to Southern California, and you're done. How it works for them is, it's weird. They'll work like 4 days because they're driving cross country or something like that. And then they'll be off for like 4 days. And then they come back and they'll drive for 3 or 4 days. Then they're off for 3 or 4 days. That's how it works for those guys, the feeder drivers. So you could promote to that after you've been a package driver for a while. But once you become a feeder driver, driving the 18-wheelers, the big rigs, you're there. Like, you cannot return back to the package driving, package handling, or package trucks. So if you really thought it out and said, I want to be a feeder driver, understand that that's where you're going to retire from. You're going to stay there until you quit or retire, because you cannot go backwards. So if you're a package driver and you like it, you might want to stay there. But some people want to become feeder drivers, which is good, because then it's good for me, because a lot of people go to the feeder. So if I'm a driver, if I want to be a driver, it opens up spots, because they're going to feeder driver. Now you got a spot permanent open it for the driver, package driver, which somebody might take with seniority, and then it gives, and I'll take the other guy's route. So that's how that works. So my body sore a little bit, yeah. You got to stretch. I stretch every day before the sort for 10 minutes or so. I get there a little early and try to stretch myself for 10 minutes, 12 minutes. Drink a lot of water throughout the day, not just when you first get there. I stay hydrated throughout the day. It's very important. Drink Gatorade too. Water's big. Gatorade's cool. Water's your friend. Gatorade's cool. Stretch, like today's Saturday, I'm going to stretch today. I'm going to relax. I'm not going to do anything exertion-wise. I'm not even going to go to the gym. I might go to the pool and swim. That's about it. That's about as much exertion as I'm going to do is swim. Swim, drink water, no alcohol, no fried fatty foods, no sugar. Stay away from that stuff. It's not going to help you in that environment. Sugar will give you a boost for like 30 minutes, and then you crash, and you're working there, and you're like, oh, I feel like crap. I recommend eat fresh fruit, apples, oranges, bananas, peaches, blueberries, strawberries, kiwi fruit, stuff like that, yeah. Hard-boiled eggs, good protein source, bacon, piece of roasted chicken, drink a lot of water, fresh fruit, just eat a lot of holistic foods. Try to stay away from a lot of heavy stuff, pasta and breads and stuff like that. Try to stay away from that stuff. It's not going to benefit you. The pasta might benefit you on the energy level, because pasta is a source of carbohydrates. So a little bit of pasta is cool, or maybe get some sushi, because the rice, and then you'll get energy from that to sustain yourself on a workout. Because when you're doing this, it's a workout. You're in there for 4.5 hours moving heavy packages onto a belt. You're sweating the entire time inside of a really hot trailer. And you're going to clear that trailer, and then they're like, okay, good job. Go to the next trailer. Clear that trailer. Okay, good job, Brian. You're working your butt off. Go to the next trailer and do that one. And that's literally how it is. You're doing a big trailer, unloading this big 53-foot trailer, and you're moving and grooving, sweating, drinking water, and moving. You clear it. You're like, dude, I did it. And they're like, great job. Go to the next one and clear that one and do just what you did here over there with that same energy you just did. And it's like, okay, can I get a break? But you do, and then it takes about an hour to an hour and 20 minutes to do one big trailer. So now you got to go do the other one. But if you break it down, you're only going to do 3 trailers per shift or so, because you get a 10-minute break, and it takes about an hour to do a trailer. So you're only there for 4 hours, typically. So think about it. 3 trailers plus that 10-minute break. By the time you get into the 4th trailer, they'll give you what's called a Wally, which is a smaller trailer. You can bang out a Wally in 40 minutes or 45 minutes. That's your last one. You're done for the day. Next thing you know, it's time to go home. And you're like, oh, okay, cool, 4 hours. Boom. You're tired a little bit. You're sweaty. Drive home. take a shower, watch a little TV, maybe 10 minutes worth, 15, catch up on sports, the Olympics, knock out, and then wake up. I get up at 6, brush my teeth, take another quick bird bath, because I shower before I go to bed. Take a quick bird bath, wash my face and all that, and, you know, brush my teeth, drink some coffee, drink some water, pack a lunch, and head to my fabrication job, which is only like a 12 to 14 minute drive away. So I got to start at 7. So I typically get up at 6, get ready, leave by 6:30, 6:35, and arrive to work about 6:50, 6:52, clock in at 7, work until 4. And on the days that I don't work until 6 at UPS, I get off at 4. I have from 4 to 6 to kind of come like compress and take another shower maybe, because I get hot and sweaty at my day job as well, because we're fabricating, we're in a warehouse, it's sweaty, driving a forklift, building these big old wooden crates and shipping stuff all over to Hawaii, and that can get grueling too. And I got to use like power tools and drills, and I'll do a review on this. This is a good piece of gear. I bought this at Lowe's for $99, and it's a good piece of gear. The DeWalt came with a bag. I use that at work all the time. So I took it home and charged it because it needed to be charged. It's new. Because the ones at work, my partner, he's particular. He uses his impact drill. So that way he has his, I have mine. So 3 weeks. I feel great. I'm not like beat up. It's not easy, but it's not hard either. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. They're not stressing you out too much, but you know what you have to do because you're trained, so you just do it. Nobody's going to hound you and give you a hard time. You just get in that trailer, do what you're trained to do. Nobody sweats you. Go home Monday through Friday. After 30 days, like I'm saying, you pass a mini probation, which is this person has demonstrated that they